Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Who is this?
Dick Butkus.
Dick Butkus. Walter Payton, it's the man. Find Cole Kmet wide open. Touchdown, Bears. Let's go. Who is this?
Georgia.
Nice throw, Jay Field. Think I can fit in as like a water boy for the Panthers or something? I'm not talking about getting on the field, It's picked off. Picked off an end zone by Kyler Gordon. Let's go. Put some respect on Kyler Gordon's name. And as always, bear down.
Cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic. People, this the intro. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down, bear down.
What is going on, Chicago Bears fans? Thank you guys once again for joining me for our Friday night Q&A right here on Keek on the Mic. I hope you guys are all doing well. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you hit that like button. Now do the channel's wonders for me. Thank you guys so much for joining. I already see there's a couple of people in the chat. Ron Winarski says, bear down to you as well. Mark says, NFC North goes through Detroit. I'm not so sure about that. And then Young Zell says, we are in here. Thank you, Young Zell, for joining the stream. As you guys can tell, I do not have a special guest today. Wasn't able to get a special guest today, but it's okay. I will be back with another special guest very, very soon, and I'll start making that more of a tradition. Every single Friday will be a different guest, but it's okay that I didn't come on with anyone because there's actually a lot of Chicago Bears news. But before I go any further with today's live stream right here on Keek on the Mic, make sure you're staying connected. I'm on all my social media platforms. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and follow me on TikTok as well to stay connected with all Keek on the Mic news. And once again, if you guys have not already seen and have not already entered the giveaway is now live. It is now open. You may now enter all the way through September 1st. Once again, I'm giving away Mike Singletary jerseys, Richard Dent jersey, right? Keek on the Mic hats, Keek on the Mic shirts, and much, much more. If you guys missed the video that I posted, I'll show you guys right now of the rules how to enter. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? It's finally time for the Keek on the Mic channel giveaway, so please watch this entire video to find out how to enter. This will be a massive giveaway open to all Bears and NFL fans around the world. I'll be giving away signed jerseys, Keek on the Mic hats and shirts, and much, much more. So if you're interested in any of those prizes, this is how you enter. Step 1, you have to be subscribed to the channel with the bell notifications on. Once you have done those steps, make sure you comment bear down to this video. Step 2, follow me on Twitter and retweet this video. Once you have done those 2 easy steps, you have officially entered the Keek on the Mic channel giveaway. For a bonus entry, you can follow me on Instagram and also comment bear down to this exact video. You will have until September 1st to enter the giveaway. Then the winners will be announced prior to the week 1 matchup against the Green Bay Packers. Good luck to everyone that enters, and as always, bear down. All right, guys, that was just me showing you guys the giveaway video one more time. You will have until September 1st to enter the giveaway, and then I'll announce the winner prior to the week 1 matchup against the Green Bay Packers. I know a lot of people reached out to me and says, hey, Keek, I don't have Twitter. That is totally fine if you don't have Twitter. Make sure you just share that video on Instagram. You could still enter the giveaway. It's no problem at all if you do not have Twitter. But like I said, it's been a busy week or a busy day and a half for the Chicago Bears or Ryan Poles. And as always, this is a Friday night Q&A. You guys can ask me questions in the chat as we discuss all the moves that Ryan Poles has made the last couple of days and as we discuss another day of Chicago Bears training camp. Or, as always, the phone lines are officially open at 916-692-0603, so you guys can call in. Once again, if you guys want to call in to the live stream right now, it's 916-692-0603 to talk some Chicago Bears football. But like I said, Bears fans, there was a lot of news for the Chicago Bears in the last couple of days. As a couple other people are joining the chat. Mikey Mendez says, what's going on, Keek? How's everything going? I'm doing really, really well, Mikey. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Squeezy says, hello, everyone. Bear down to you as well, bro. Thank you so much for joining the stream. But like I said, a lot of big news has gone down for the Chicago Bears. And obviously, the big one is that the Chicago Bears have signed Yannick Ngakoue to a 1-year, $10.5 million deal with $10 million guaranteed. And then as of this morning, the Chicago Bears are also added tight end Marcedes Lewis to a 1-year, $2 million deal. So that's the thing, guys. I think these are two big time moves for the Chicago Bears. Obviously, we love the signing of Yannick Ngakoue. This is something that I've been pressing for Ryan Poles to do, and this has been something that Bears fans have been pressing for Ryan Poles to do for the last couple of weeks. We weren't sure if this was actually going to happen, but it come to find out, Yannick Ngakoue has been on Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears radar for a long, long time. So we got our guy. I love the deal. I think he's still only 28 years old. So if he has a nice season, I can definitely see the Chicago Bears, Ryan Poles, extending him for 2 or 3 years, which that would be perfect. Ngakoue is a threat on the edge. I know there's been a lot of questions about his run defense. But at the same time, I think he's still going to be a solid addition. Hello, you're live on Keek on the Mic. How you doing?
Keek, not too bad. It's Barry here. How are we doing tonight?
How you doing, Barry? I'm doing well. It's Friday. Can't complain. We got Yannick Ngakoue on the roster now, added Marcedes Lewis too. I'm feeling good about it.
Oh, I am loving it. Life is good, and what I love most about it is how it makes Green Bay look even worse, and how it increases our odds of whooping that ass. I went from 41-10. Now it's going to be 48-10 come September 10th.
Wow. And you know what's funny is that with Marcedes Lewis, a lot of the Packers players were saying, the only thing I want the Packers to do this offseason is re-sign number 89 Marcedes Lewis, and the Packers didn't do it, and now he's heading to Chicago. And the thing is, you kind of have to understand football to understand that signing. He's not coming here to be a touchdown machine for Justin Fields. He is 39 years old, but he's still one of the best blocking tight ends in the game. So you have to understand why Ryan Poles made that move.
Oh, absolutely. When they put him out there, certain packages, he's another offensive lineman who could also dump off, boom, he's a check down safety valve for Justin Fields. It's perfect. Ryan Poles is surgical. He knows what he's doing here. How good does it feel going from Ryan Pace? That guy spent more time quaffing his hair than he did researching prospects.
Right.
Ryan Poles, what has he got? Buzz cut. He says, get it done, square me up. I got film to watch. He gets his iPad out during the haircut. That's how he does business.
Right, and I don't think Ryan Poles is done. I have a strong feeling that we're still in the market for Justin Houston as well. It makes a lot of sense to add one more edge rusher, especially a guy like Justin Houston that knows the scheme. He can come in. I think he would be probably even more effective than Ngakoue at some point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I feel like he's the more well-rounded DN. The only thing is I do want to see some snaps out of Gibson, out of Dom Robb to get his development going. So that's my only reservation. But I do like it. I wouldn't be mad if he did it.
Right. What
else is going on here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Oh, well, no, I was just going to say, we're grabbing all of the Packers players they liked. I always had a soft spot for Tanyan. Every time I would bet on his yards over, he went like 8 for 10 for me. I love that guy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I understand why they brought in Marcedes Lewis. I understand why they brought in Robert Tonyan, because the connection to Luke Getsy, and they understand the system, And obviously, going back to Lewis, it's really going to help our young tackles and Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright in terms of blocking as well. This guy is legit as a blocker. Yes, he is 39 years old, but the dude is big at 6'7". He's still going to be a red zone threat, but most of the time, he is going to be a solid blocker for this offense and make our run game even better.
Oh, absolutely. And a mentor. We were the baby Bears last year. We were lacking that kind of veteran mentorship, especially after Robert Quinn left. And I just can't wait, Keek. I'm over the moon about this.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is I just love the disarray Green Bay is in with all these reports about the Weasel struggling at camp. And,
right.
Packers fans, I don't understand them anyway. You ever hear about how they all own the people of Green Bay? They own the Packers collectively, and they're all proud of that. Yeah. It's like, what kind of asset is that you own 0.00001% of $1 billion franchise, and you could never liquidate your asset? How are you proud of that?
Right. That's true. Like I said, I am really excited for week 1. I think, adding Ngakoue is like the cherry on top for Ryan Poles, because somehow, on paper, he has addressed every single position in one offseason. So now it's like, now we have a improving team with young talent that we're still going to develop. We have 2 first-round picks. We're still going to have a boatload of money next year. Ryan Poles has this thing in a very good direction.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and not just bringing in young talent, but young talent with their head screwed on right. Not like in Green Bay. You hear all these rumors about Van Ness eating dog treats and stuff, and Christian Watson taking a pee in the sink in the locker room. There's just weird stuff going on there.
Yeah. There, I think Green Bay has definitely had their time. But I think they're going to probably be going through the same thing as us in rebuilding, right? They're not sure if Jordan Love is the guy. We'll find that out this year. But if he's not, then they're going to be rebuilding for sure. But there's definitely a lot of weird stuff going on, especially with the whole dog treat thing. I didn't really understand that, but hey, to each his own.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, it's weird, but, I'm also not sure if Love is a guy. But, hey, Keith, that's going to be a wrap for me. You have a great night.
All right, you as well. Bear down to you, man. Like I said, if you guys want to call in, I do appreciate you guys calling and interacting with me. I really, really love all your love and support of the channel. Once again, the call-in number is 916-692-0603. The call-in number will be live for the whole entirety of the show. Let me go to the chat real quick and answer you guys' questions. There are many people in the chat asking me questions. I believe Mark asked me, who is your division winner pick? For the longest time, I said the division is wide open. Meaning, I feel like anyone will have a shot to win it. If I'm going to be realistic, and I change this answer all the time. If I'm going to be realistic, if the Lions play out their potential, which is very possible, if they can play at their potential, if they can play how they ended the season and go into that with momentum, the Lions will have a very good shot to win the division. But I truthfully feel on paper that the Chicago Bears are not very far behind from taking the division as soon as this year. I think the Vikings offense is good, but their defense leaves some concerns. That's my honest opinion. So if I'm going to be honest, I think it's up for grabs between the Lions and the Bears. That's just my realistic, honest opinion. When I'm looking at the two rosters, they're both young. They're both developing. They're both very talented. I think at this point, it depends on which quarterback, I guess, plays better. I know that Jared Goff has been more successful than Justin Fields, but I think things will possibly change as soon as this year. Going to the chat, someone, Nano CBD, good to see you. He says, any news on the Nate Davis injury? Our O-line has no depth. Yes, Nate Davis and Tevin Jenkins were in attendance in today's practice. We will get into that a little bit later. They were in attendance, but they did not practice. The team was not in pads today. They will be back in pads tomorrow. But it is a good sign that Nate Davis and Tevin Jenkins were in attendance at practice, because that means they're probably going to be good to go, hopefully, as soon as tomorrow when the pads come back on. Joseph says, Poles making moves. Yannick's not a strong rush stuffer, but his pass rush is undeniable. Absolutely. You look at Yannick Ngakoue, right? I think they said all 7 seasons he had 8+ sacks, and he just gets after the quarterback. And I'd like to say, obviously sacks are important, Bears fans, but I'd like to say that pressures are also important. I think there was a stat. I don't know if these are the exact numbers, but there's a stat from the Chicago Bears defensive line. I think collectively, as a Bears DNs, like the defensive linemen, let me remind you, Jaquan Brisker was our sack leader with 4. Combined sacks between all our defensive linemen, that means edge rushers, interior, all those guys, they had 7.5 sacks combined. Ngakoue had 9.5 by himself. The Chicago Bears also, I believe, that just looking at the edge rushers, only generated like 72 pressures, QB pressures together. Ngakoue had 44 by himself. So put that in perspective. This is a big-time move by Ryan Poles. This is a guy that's instantly going to make this defensive line better. This is going to help guys like Travis Gibson. You guys seem to forget that Travis Gibson, when he had a dominant pass rusher on the other side in Robert Quinn, the dude went absolutely nuts for 7 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, right? The dude was all over the place. This is also going to help like Dominique Robinson. This is going to make DeMarcus Walker even more valuable, because now DeMarcus Walker can slip inside and play the interior. And that's where DeMarcus Walker really eats, is in the interior. Then you have guys like Javon Dexter. The guy is going absolutely nuts in training camp right now. So this move is a winning move for their entire defensive line. So kudos to Ryan Poles. If I had to grade this move, I'd definitely give it an A. I love the deal. It's a 1 year, $10.5 million deal, $10 million guarantee. We had the money, so it's a perfect amount of money. And I think knowing his age and knowing how he produces everywhere he goes, he could still be extended and be part of our long-term plans as well. So this is a beautiful move by Ryan Poles. Let me know what grade you give this move of Ryan Poles signing Yannick Ngakoue. I definitely give it an A. That's just my personal opinion. I love the move. And then in regards to Marcellus Lewis, you just have to understand football to understand this move. This dude is still the best blocking tight end in the game. I believe last season he blocked on 73% of his snaps and only gave up 2 quarterback hits, 0 sacks. So the dude is legit. He can go against any defensive end one-on-one and win those matchups. He's going to help young tackles like Darnell Wright. He's going to help the young tackles like Braxton Jones. I give that move a solid B+ as well. It's a beautiful move. Even at 39 years old, I absolutely love the move. Nano CBD says A+ for the Ngakoue signing. Ron Winarski says A for the Ngakoue signing. Absolutely agree with you guys. I absolutely love the signing. Squeegee said Jenkins and Davis are both back in practice today. They did not practice, but they were in attendance, so that's good news. Trey Talk Sports, thank you so much for the question, says, do you think the Bears are done making moves? Do you think they can sign Justin Houston as well? Maybe some O-line depth before week 1? Yeah, absolutely. I think there was someone saying that the Bears still need to sign one more like veteran to be at their cap ceiling of what they have to spend, because there's like a certain amount that you have to spend. The Bears could have easily been like, hey, we wanted to save our money until next offseason, right? Whatever. But no, the NFL makes you spend money, right? So I think Justin Houston's definitely a possibility. The crazy stat about Justin Houston is they only played 45% of his snaps. I think he had 9.5 sacks last year. So the dude is absolutely insane. He is on the older side, but I feel like it would be a very good move in terms of grooming our young defensive end. So yeah, they can definitely sign some more guys prior to week 1. Squeegee says, who gets the defense's first sack? Oh, man. You know, I'm not going to say Ngakoue. I'm going to say, I think it's going to be Travis Gibson. I'm going to give it to Travis Gibson. I think Travis Gibson's going to have a good year, Bears fans. Ramanar says, yes, I'm calling in soon. Yes, I appreciate you. Once again, if you guys want to call in, the call-in number is live. The number is 916-692-0603. Once again, 916-692-0603. Yeah, Squeegee, you are right. It was no pads, just a walkthrough, so that's probably why they didn't practice, but they were in attendance, so if there were pads on, they probably would have practiced. So hopefully those guys are okay. Mark says, with the way Fields plays, many games do you anticipate him missing due to injury this season? Probably not. Mark, I think that's a really legit question. And I think last year, obviously he was banged up because he ran the ball 160 times. Even against that second matchup against the Detroit Lions, he's like, just a lot of wear and tear. He got hurt that game as well. But I think they're going to hold him back a little bit, not in terms of not using his ability as a runner, but I think they're going to cut that in half. It's going to go from 160 to probably like 80 attempts this year. I'm not even lying. I think they're going to depend on his arm a lot more because especially when you have an improved offensive line play, you have all the weapons on the outside. I think there's no reason for us not to throw the football. But at the same time, the Bears are still going to pride themselves on running the football as well, and he will be a big part of that. So good question. Thank you for the question. Going to the chat. Thank you guys so much for the engagement. I really do appreciate you guys. Mark also asked, did you guys just say Christian Watson was peeing in the sink? Laugh my ass off. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear anything about that. Like, I didn't hear about the dog treat situation either. But yeah, Green Bay, I don't know what's going on in Green Bay. There's a lot of weird stuff happening. But hey, it is what it is. Nano Speedy says, the Bears have until March 1st of 2024 to spend the surplus funds on the salary cap. Yeah, and I think with a guy like Justin Houston, you could definitely wait a little bit longer. But who knows? We never know. It could happen soon. It could happen later. But I would be very fine with Justin Houston signing with the Chicago Bears. Once again, it's a solid veteran. He's still producing even at the age, I think he's 34 years old. I think a pairing between him and Ngakoue, and you still have DeMarcus Walker, you still have Travis Gibson, Dominique Robinson, would be a beautiful thing for the Chicago Bears defensive line. That's just my personal opinion. Joseph says, Dexter gonna make the Packers center registered the first sack for the Bears when he throws him on to Jordan Love. Yeah, very well. Devon Dexter has been a problem for the Chicago Bears offensive line early in training camp. I can't wait for the joint practices against the Colts because the Colts do have a pretty solid offensive line. Can't wait for the preseason games to watch this guy get to work. And I definitely can't wait to watch him as soon as week 1 against the Green Bay Packers. This dude is an absolute animal. Javon Dexter was a very good pick by Ryan Poles. Mark said, I unfortunately live in Green Bay. I haven't heard anything weird, LOL. They're pretty optimistic. Yeah, like all fan bases. It's okay to be optimistic. You know, I don't hate on any fan being optimistic. That's their job. We're fans. It's okay. Every year, it's a clean slate, and even the worst teams think they're going to win the Super Bowl. I love optimism. Nano CBD says, D. Walker will get our first sack in the first quarter against the Packers. It could be anyone. It could be anyone. I'm telling you, Ngakwe is going to open a lot of doors for the other people on the defensive line. Trey Talk Sports says, let's talk about Fields. Do you think he can be the next Michael Jordan in Chicago? I think he has all the tools that change the franchise around. Chicago has been starving for a franchise QB. Yeah, absolutely. I had a video on this where I went on like an epic rant. Justin Fields has a chance to own the city of Chicago, and he has a chance to be the biggest star since Michael Jordan. That's how big of an impact Justin Fields can have on the city of Chicago, on the Chicago Bears franchise. And I think he will do it as soon as this year claim his ownership of the city of Chicago. Good question. Young Zale has a question in the chat. Thank you so much. Says, who's your NFC and AFC shocker team this year? I got the Panthers and the Steelers. Yeah, the Panthers are being slept on. I think the Panthers are going to be a lot better when you look at that team. You know, you added Bryce Young, and obviously rookies will go through that growing pain. But you added Miles Sanders. You have Adam Thielen on the outside. I think it's Laviska Shenault also is really good. The defense is still pretty solid with Ryan Burns, my cousin Shaq Thompson out there too. So they're not going to be half bad, Bears fans. So that's not good in terms of wanting that pick to be high, but you know, I think that it's a very good shocker in the NFC, Young Zale. I definitely agree with you. In the AFC, I'm not sure. I guess we can consider this Pittsburgh Steelers like a shocker, but if I want to think, I'm trying to think of the AFC teams. The Steelers are a very good option, but on the top of my head, looking at all the AFC teams, man, how about the Raiders? I don't know why. The Raiders, you think about Jimmy Garoppolo, and I know, Young Zell, you're not going to like this because you are a Broncos fan, but the Raiders, Jimmy G is proven in the regular season. You still have Devontae Adams. You have Hunter Renfrow, right? You added Michael Mayer, the tight end from Notre Dame in the NFL draft. Your defense still has Max Crosby. You added the other guy from Texas Tech, right? So the Raiders may not be half bad, and it's proven that Jimmy Garoppolo wins in the regular season. So they may actually make it to the playoffs just because how he performs in the regular season. That's my pick. And I know you're not going to like that, Young Zell. I'm sorry. And Trey Talk Sports also says, and now we have one we all believe. Yeah, Justin Fields, the hype is real. And someone commented on one of my podcasts the other day and said, you know, because I said, this is the biggest hype that we've ever had on a quarterback. And they're like, oh, no, that's not true. We had this hype around Jay Cutler. Come on, bro. Jay Cutler hype compared to Justin Fields hype right now is no comparison. No comparison. Joseph says, 6 years, Jordan went never playing at Game 7. Yeah, Jordan was absolutely dominant. But let me tell you something, Bears fans, and you may disagree with me here. If Justin Fields leads the Chicago Bears to just one Super Bowl and wins it, that one Super Bowl would be worth more than all of Michael Jordan's championships. And that is just the truth, because the people in Chicago, that's their baby. Chicago Bears are the pride and joy of Chicago. That's all they care about. So if Justin Fields leads the Bears to one Super Bowl win, just one, that will be worth more than all Michael Jordan's championships. That's my bold take. Young Zell says, I unfortunately low-key agree. Yes, it's the honest truth. The Raiders will be good because Jimmy Garoppolo, if you just look at his regular season, that dude's a Hall of Famer. You just can't win in the playoffs when it matters the most. Joseph says, one Super Bowl, this Bears team is legendary already. Two Super Bowls, they get statues. Yeah, absolutely. If Justin Fields somehow in this team, how Ryan Poles is building this team, going like a dynasty, kind of like how the Chiefs are, this team will be praised forever. Like, no one will ever, like, we'll still talk about the 85 Bears, but no one will care anymore about the 85 Bears. Like, I don't want you guys to take that personally, but it's like, it's true. If this team has like a little mini dynasty, all the talk will be around Justin Fields forever in Chicago. Thomas Ball said, Darnell Wright will now have to show his talent in camp going up against Ngagwe. Great move for development. Absolutely. It's going to push Darnell Wright, Braxton Jones are going to move around Ngagwe in different spots. It's beautiful. It's going to help all parties involved, especially our defensive line. Legion Smokey, thank you so much for the question in the chat. If Justin Fields wins a Super Bowl for the Chicago Bears, he's literally immortal. Chicago is a football town. It's not a basketball town. It's not a baseball town. It's a football town. Absolutely. The 3 to 4 times I've been to Chicago, the pride for the Bears is real. Like, the city is buzzing when the Bears are winning. So, yeah, Justin Fields knows what he's doing. Yeah, Nano CBD, we all still love the 85 Bears. But I'm saying, if Justin Fields wins a Super Bowl for the Bears, we don't have to talk about the 85 Bears no more. There will still be a big part of the Bears' history, but the new talk will be about Justin Fields, the new owner of the city of Chicago. Mikey says, what is the position group that you are high on? Our secondary, for sure. Our secondary has been built so nice. So nice. You have Kyler Gordon looking really good in camp. Jaquan Brisker, he's an absolute animal. He's a dog. You got Eddie Jackson. He's going to come back and play at a high level. Tyreek Stevenson and the other rookie are both playing their asses off. Our secondary is legit. So adding Ngagwe is going to help our entire defense. It's going to help our secondary reach that next level because defensive line is really important in how they play to help our secondary. So our secondary looks really good. Joseph says, I honestly think the 85 Bears want a new team to take that man. Yeah, absolutely. It's been 80 since 85. Since the Bears won the Super Bowl. We went in 06, went to the championship game in 2010. But since they won the Super Bowl, it's been since 1985. It's time. It's time for the Bears to be winners again. Now CBD says, our linebackers look dominant. Yes, that's another high group. That's another group that I'm really high on. But our secondary has been built so well by Ryan Poles. Like, when he doubled down on Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon in his first draft, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? But now I see the big picture. Those two are going to be a pair for a long, long time. Squeezy says, I hope Yannick passes some knowledge on to D. Robinson. Yes, he definitely will. He definitely will. And I think first things first, I think D. Robinson needs to give up that number 91 jersey, Bears fans. You know, obviously Ngagwe has been number 91 for his entire career. So he may have to give up that jersey to Ngagwe. We'll see what happens. But I think guys like Robinson, Travis Gibson are definitely going to learn a lot from Yannick Ngagwe. Mikey Mendez says, I noticed this year's draft, you guys picked up like 3 defensive tackles. Yes, Ryan Poles did a very good job building the interior. We picked up Zach Pickens, Javon Dexter. Those guys are going to be solid, especially when they're developed. We also picked a guy, Travis Bell, later in the draft, also a defensive tackle. So he did a really good job of trying to build that defensive line, and especially the interior, because the interior is just as important as the edge position. A lot of people thought we were going to draft an edge rusher, which rightfully so, but I think he played it perfectly. I guess we were interested in Ngagwe since the NFL draft, so it's been a long time. There's been interest on both sides, but it was just up until now where we actually signed him. Notorious TBG, thank you so much for joining the chat. Said, let's go. Bear down, Keek. Yeah, bear down to you as well. We're getting close to the season. The Bears have a football game next week, Bears fan, next Saturday, August 12th. We take on, I believe, the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be tuning in. Maybe I'll go live. Maybe we should do some play-by-play or some live reaction to the Chicago Bears preseason games. I wonder if you guys will enjoy that. Maybe I will, maybe not. Maybe I'll just wait until week 1 against the Green Bay Packers. Yes, Nano CBD, Travis Bell is a stud. I think it's just a guy that needs to be developed. Once again, Ryan Poles did a very good job building the interior. I can't complain. Josie said, D tackles on both nose 3T in this scheme. You need at least 4 and one ability to rotate, yes, to edge from 3T. Defense tackles use a lot of energy. Yes, you were absolutely correct. And that's the thing that Ryan Poles is looking for during this process is guys that have inside-outside versatility. So you're going to see DeMarcus Walker go inside. Then he's going to go to DN, right? You may see Javon Dexter obviously play in the interior. Then he may go to DN, right? So they're going to move these guys around. They're constantly going to be rotating. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to be getting pressure from the inside. We're going to be getting pressure from the outside. This Bears defense is young. They still need to be developed. Still have a long way to go, but they are in the right direction to get the monsters of the midway back. And Bears fans, with Ngakwe in the fold, if we add a guy like Justin Houston as well, even having a guy like DeMarcus Walker, Javon Dexter, the pressures will be up. We will have way more than 20 sacks, and I promise you, Jaquan Brisker will not be the sack leader for the Chicago Bears defense this year. So that's obviously positive. I'm excited. I think, like I said, we're starting to see, now obviously these players still need to perform, but Ryan Poles, I give him a lot of credit for what he did. And I think people from the outside looking in are saying like, okay, the Bears got something going here. Like on paper, the Bears are legit. And that's where my confidence comes from in terms of the division race. I think the Bears have a legit chance to win the division as soon as this year. The division's wide open. Obviously, Detroit's a very good team, but I think it's the Lions versus the Bears in terms for the division. I'm not sitting here trying to disrespect the Vikings, but I'm not sure if anyone's intimidated of the Vikings. I think the Lions and the Bears are going to be fighting it out this year and for years to come. Thomas Ball said, let's win the North for Mango. Bear down. Yeah, absolutely. I'm praying for him as well. Hopefully he gets well soon. You're live on Keek on the Mic. How you doing?
Hey, Cake. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Ron?
I think Ryan Poles is like a madman.
Yeah. He only works at night.
Scientist.
He only works at night. Do you notice that?
He's playing these people from other teams, the best people they have, the best players.
Yeah, he's been going nuts.
Think about that.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know how his moves are just so calculated. Like he's just so smart. Us Bears fans, we were just so used to Ryan Pace just spending. But all his moves have been calculated and very, very smart. And they're going to set up. They're not going to kill the Bears later down the road.
Like Ryan Poles find the best players from other teams, the best players he can find, the best players of the draft. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm excited for what he did in the draft. Obviously, Darnell Wright wasn't the sexy pick, but he's already also looking really good in camp. There was a play in camp where he pulled, right? And just his athleticism is next level. Javon Dexter, Tyler Scott looks really good. Tyler Scott's going to be a problem for opposing defenses. And this goes to all Bears fans. Like, we should be very excited about the receiving room. It's just light years better for Justin Fields. And the offensive line is light years better. And this is going to be very good for Justin Fields.
What do you think about that defense?
Yeah, I like the defense right now. I think, obviously, he built the secondary first, which, you got to love Kyler Gordon in year 2, Jaquan Brisker. Eddie Jackson's still going to play at a high level. Tyreek Stevenson's looking really good. Jalen Johnson needs to have a big year. It's contract year. When you look at the defensive line, what he did, obviously just adding Ngakwe is huge. A guy that has 8+ sacks everywhere he goes in 7 straight years, so he's legit. DeMarcus Walker, Travis Gibson looks good. Javon Dexter, the rookies are looking. And that's the big thing. The rookies are contributing early, and that's exactly what Ryan Poles wanted. So the defense will be back. The defense is not going to be last in scoring defense this year, and I promise you that.
Great. Nice talking to you.
Yeah,
bear down, dude.
Yeah, bear down to you as well. Thanks for calling in.
Bear down.
Once again, thank you so much for calling in. I do appreciate everyone that wants to call in, interact with me. It makes my day a little bit better. So Thomas Paul said, let's win the North for Mango. Prayers up for Mango, obviously. Or Mango, whatever. Nano CBD says, monsters of the Midway. With Ngakwe, could get 60 sacks in 2023. Bold prediction, absolutely. Could be possible. It's going to make everyone better. Paul says, do you think that Bell won't be used so much in preseason, so there's no tape on him to hold him? I'm not sure. I think they're going to want to see what he can do in preseason. Obviously the young guys need to see what we got in them. So I'm excited to see, and obviously Matt Eberflus already came out and said that Justin Fields and the starting offense will get reps. So that's going to be nice to see them play next week. Notorious TBG said Fields was running for his life behind a Swiss cheese O-line. This year he won't have to put the team on his back as much. Yeah, absolutely. We're still going to need him to play well. We're still going to use his legs and his athleticism as part of the offense. But I think I think we want to see with his arm, but I think he won't have to run for his life this year, and that's going to be a good thing. Nano CBD said, bold prediction, top 5 offense and top 10 defense and number 2 in points differential. Yeah, I love it. That's bold. I absolutely love it. Mikey Mendez says, do you think your offense is better than your defense? 100% absolutely. Yes, I think this for the first time since, what? The Mark Trestman era with Brandon Marshall, Jay Cutler, Matt Forte. I think our offense is better than our defense, for sure. Joseph says, I don't think even most teams will be able to run spy, shade, shadow on JF this season with DJ Moore and Claypool running around. Yeah, and that's the thing. Claypool and Justin Fields' connection has been lights out. Like, absolutely lights out. And I absolutely love to see it. They're only going to continue to get better. Can't wait to see these guys work this season. Chase Claypool looks really, really good right now, Bears fans. Thank you so much for interacting with me. I really do appreciate you. If you're just now joining the chat, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification to get all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you also follow me on all my social media platforms. That'll be much appreciated. Make sure you give this live stream a huge like as well. And also, the giveaway is now open. Go to that video right now. Find out how you can enter the giveaway right now. I don't want your chance to miss your chance to win signed jerseys, Geek on the Mic hats, Geek on the Mic shirts, and much, much more. Once again, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Paul Harris says, bold prediction, 11 wins. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not even sure if that's even bold. I think bold would be more like 13 wins. I think the Bears can legitimately possibly win 10 to 11 games. With what Ryan Poles did to this roster, it's not out of the ordinary for them to win that much. Now CBD says, Keek, who is your superstar JF number 1 type player on our defense? Edmonds, Bojack, Gordon. I'm going to go, for me, Jaquan Brisker. I think Jaquan Brisker is a difference maker on that Chicago Bears defense. He's a stud. He's an animal. The dude's a difference maker. He is our JF1 on the defense for sure. He's a leader. Robin Arce said, great calling. Yes, I appreciate you calling in. I really, really do. I do like interacting with you guys. I got a lot of stuff in store for you guys as well. Obviously, we got the giveaway going. The channel is pushing 8,000 subscribers. So once again, I am humbled. I am grateful for every single one of you guys that we're so close to 8,000. We're going to continue to grow to hopefully build the biggest Bears platform here on YouTube. Camaro Data says, Justin Jones going to blast the Weasel straight through the A-gap. First, third down of the first drive. Yeah, I think Justin Jones is going to be really good this year for the defense. Ron Archie says, 17-0, bear down. Yes. Squeezy says, how do I enter the giveaway? Missed that. Yeah, so what I'm going to do right now, just for the people that want to know how to enter the giveaway, I'm going to go ahead and play the giveaway video right now, so make sure you pay attention. It's also uploaded on my YouTube as well. So I'm going to go ahead and play it again right now for you guys. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? It's finally time for the Keek on the Mic channel giveaway, so please watch this entire video to find out how to enter. This will be a massive giveaway open to all Bears and NFL fans around the world. I'll be giving away signed jerseys, Keek on the Mic hats and shirts, and much, much more. So if you're interested in any of those prizes, this is how you enter. Step 1, you have to be subscribed to the channel with the bell notifications on. Once you have done those steps, make sure you comment bear down to this video. Step 2, follow me on Twitter and retweet this video. Once you have done those 2 easy steps, you have officially entered the Keek on the Mic channel giveaway. For a bonus entry, you can follow me on Instagram and also comment bear down to this exact video. You will have until September 1st to enter the giveaway. Then the winners will be announced prior to the Week 1 matchup against the Green Bay Packers. Good luck to everyone that enters, and as always, bear down. All right, once again, just put it on the screen. It is uploaded on YouTube as well, so you guys can go check that out. But at the same time, I want you guys to enter. I want as many people to enter as possible so I can give away as many prizes as possible. Once again, the big prize is the signed Richard Dent jersey and the signed Mike Singletary jersey. I'm giving away Keek on the Mic cups, Keek on the Mic hats, Keek on the Mic shirts, and much, much more. So I want to be able to give out as many shirts, as many prizes as possible. And I got some other big things coming. I don't want to announce them quite yet, but I got more stuff coming for you guys as well. Squeegee says bear down to you as well. But this is the biggest giveaway. I'm doing to date. The giveaways will be bigger and better the bigger the platform gets. And it's just for me to show my appreciation to you guys and how much I love and appreciate your support of the channel. Once again, Geek on the Mic is pushing 8,000 subscribers. I never thought I would be able to get to that point. And it's only going to continue to get bigger, and it's going to continue to get better. And I'm totally looking forward to that. I'm also doing some big kind of promotional stuff. I'm going to be partnering with this MediaCaster site where it's going to just give more exclusive Bears content and live streams with co-hosts, live streaming games and making Bears content for you guys. So it's going to just be more Geek on the Mic content for you. So looking forward to that. And I'll give you guys more information on that, the more information I get. But I'm loving everything I do right now. I think I was meant to do this, meant to, come on here and give exciting Bears content, interact with all you guys. I feel like I've met a lot of new friends and a lot of new Bears fans, and I absolutely love the engagement. It's a 5-thing. Lou B says, love the channel. Keep up the great work, bro. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Numb AZ says, I'm ready to see the results. Same here. If you're just now joining the channel, thank you so much. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. If you still have questions for me, go ahead and put them in the chat. It's Friday Night Q&A. Obviously, the big news for the Chicago Bears that we've been talking about this whole time is Chicago Bears signed Yannick Ngakoue to a 1-year, $10.5 million deal with $10 million guaranteed, and also added Mercedes Lewis to a 1-year, $2 million deal. So 2 guys coming in to make our football team better, 2 vested veterans to help our young guys and groom our young guys. So can't complain about that. Like I said, I give the Ngakoue move an A and the Mercedes Lewis move a B+. King Booker World, how you doing? Says, damn, late as hell. What's up, everyone? What's up to you? Thank you so much for tuning in to this Friday night live stream. Joseph says, if my name was George McCaskey, I'd be smiling like an idiot right now. The whole team just seems actually ready to compete, not fake the funk. These dudes are tryhards. Yeah, I think they're ready. I think we are ready to play. I think we'll be ready. Obviously, Matt Eberflus is a great coach. He's going to have the guys prepare for week 1. I think they're going to go in there and take it personal. Aaron Rodgers there or not, they're going to go in there and try to smash the Packers to the turf. And I promise you they are. Mikey Mendez says, I want to see how the Colts do against your Bears in a couple weeks. Yeah, that's going to be a good test for Justin Fields because your defensive line is still very solid. But I think it's going to be a good test for Justin Fields. And then obviously Yannick Ngakoue going against his old team right away. So that's going to be fun to watch as well. It's a 5-thing. Lou B says, I love to watch this for all my Bears news. Always a great videos and Bears content. Yes, I do appreciate all the love and support from you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Woodward Sports came out with a video an hour ago calling our secondary overrated. Yeah, whatever. There's no way that our secondary is overrated. No way. No way. Rick Kelly says, I just got here late myself, but here. Thank you so much, Rick, for joining the stream. Deshaun says, is Tevin Jenkins still hurt? No, actually, Tevin Jenkins and Nate Davis were in attendance at practice. It was just a walkthrough today. They'll be in pads tomorrow, so I anticipate that they will be ready to go. Nano CBD says, King always makes great content. I believe you meant to say Keek, but it's all good. FGB, I do appreciate Nano CBD. King Booker World says, let's see how these non-mobile QBs in the North like trying to run from Yannick. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be crazy. I expect Green Bay to run the football week 1. I think they're going to run the football. But as a defensive coordinator, I'm going to put the ball in Jordan Love's hands. I'm going to make him throw the ball. That's my game plan. Young Zell says, can we send super chats? Yes, you guys are always welcome to send donations, send super chats to the channel. Obviously, that's much appreciated. Any support that I get from you guys is much, much appreciated. Yes, so super chats are always open. If you guys want to ask a certain question and that maybe I don't see it, if you send a super chat, I will be able to see your question straight up. It'll go to the top of the pin. It'll be pinned on, so I'll be able to see. But yeah, super chats are always welcome. Joseph says, I know Cousins can't get weighted from Yannick. Yeah, absolutely not. Chris says, does Yannick have experience playing in the snow? I am not too sure. The places that he's played in, played for the Jaguars, so I don't think they get snow. Played for the Vikings, but they play indoors. Then he played for the Ravens. It gets cold there. So I think he should be fine. I don't think it should affect him too much. The Shy says, how soon can Yannick can practice? I think he will practice as soon as tomorrow. I think they had, and during his press conference, they said, are you ready to go? He says, yes, I am ready to go. Rick says, okay, question. Who is our kick and punt returner? Velus Jones or the rookie Scott? I think it may be Velus, but I know that rookie Tyler Scott has been taking reps, but keep a close eye on Dante Pettis as well. Robin Narski says, the Bears are going to dominate. They are not the same as last season. I promise you, they are not the same team as last season. King Booker World says, Mercedes Lewis is pretty much a player coach, and who better than Kmet to learn from? Yeah, absolutely. Mercedes Lewis is, you have to understand football to understand that move, Bears fans. Once again, I'll keep repeating it until I'm blue in the face, and I will be doing more of a breakdown video of those signings tomorrow, so keep a close eye on that. And also, I'll be doing a recap of Chicago Bears training camp here soon as well for today's practice. But you have to understand that move. And I understand the Shy says Lewis is like 50 years old, but you have to understand the move. The dude is still the best blocking tight end in the game. Once again, on 73% of his snaps, he was lined up as a blocker. He was blocking, and he gave up only 2 quarterback hits, 0 sacks. So this is a big-time move for the Bears. It's going to help our young guys and Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright. And overall, it's going to help Justin Fields. So I love the move. Someone said, how do you feel about our kicker? We don't need another double joint. Yeah, I heard that Cairo Santos has kind of been struggling right now in camp, but just got to wait and see. Got to wait and see the preseason games. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he struggled last year a little bit, so we'll see. Num AC says, King Poles is not playing around, no games. I like it. Yeah, I love what Ryan Poles is doing. I really do. Ryan Poles has been doing really, really well. Now, CBD says, did you hear Ngagwe in press conference? Someone asked about the poor sack total from last year. Yannick said, last year was last year. I think they also asked him, how do you deal with people saying you can't stop the run or something like that? He's like, you'll see this year. He's confident. Maybe he will be better against the run in this Matt Eberflus scheme, which is Matt Eberflus as a coach. I know he's been in the scheme, but maybe he's improved this offseason. Daryl Gibbs says, how many games can we win without throwing for 4,000 yards? I think the Bears can still be a 9-10 win team, even if Justin Fields throws for 32 to 3,500 yards. I don't think Justin Fields has to throw for 4,000 yards for us to be a good team. It's a team sport. Yes, Justin Fields is a big part of this football team, but at the end of the day, it's a team sport. The Bears should be fine. Justin Fields, of course, he wants to throw for that amount for 4,000 yards, but if he throws for 3,200, let's say he throws for 3,200 or 3,500 yards with, let's say, 35 touchdowns and only like 10 interceptions, I'm pretty sure no Bears fan will be mad at that. Someone said, will Mooney take a leap this year? Yeah, I think he will. I think especially, once again, with having a guy like DJ Moore, and then Chase Claypool also helps as well. I think a lot of receivers are going to eat for sure. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for this team. I really am. Joe says, I've seen 5K yards on a 4-win team. Yeah, absolutely. But once again, it's a team sport. Justin Fields can do all what he can do, right? He can't play defense. The other day I said, broke down on why I think Justin Fields, the hype should be, it's warranted. The hype is warranted. And I said, what is Justin Fields supposed to do? He can't play DN. He can't play safety, right? All he can do is control the offense. He can't play defense. All right, Bears fans, once again, I just want to thank you guys all for the love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. I will be back Monday for another live stream. Make sure you keep a close eye on other videos as well. But I love you guys, and make sure you guys enter the giveaway. You guys have until September 1st to have a chance to win some awesome prizes. So there's no excuse at all for anyone to not have a chance to win the prizes. But as always, I will be back on Monday. Love you guys so much. And as always, bear down. Thanks for watching.